This is episode 76 of my weekly diary. In this one I have Oxford testing, I visit Bristol for the trial, and I have Kent training as well, so I hope you enjoy. So I currently look like I've been rolling around in mud. It's definitely not the worst it's been, but still not pleasant. This morning I had gym, which was lowers, and it was the first time I've ever done squats since my ankle with like nothing below me. So like normally I squat and it's like onto a bench and then I stand back up, but it has been a while, so I was trying to do it and I was doing quite high weights, don't know, bad idea, and I was struggling a bit, but still managed to get it done. It was only reps of 5, so that's kind of why I went higher weight, but I probably should have gone lower and then built it up, but didn't really think of that because I thought ankles healed absolutely fine, but it didn't hurt or anything, but it was just on my mind throughout it and it was just not very fun. Then we moved on to skills, which instead of the usual line out scrums, it was actually IDP, so it was like independent kind of work, and we were doing like 5-meter tackling. So like one person is practicing their tackling, the other side is practicing like sidestepping, and I absolutely love anything between 5-10 meters. Is my absolute favorite thing because I'm quite fast for a short distance, so I was having so much fun. I did get tackled a few times, but honestly it wasn't too many, and I managed to step back, so I'm quite happy with that. But overall, we did that for like 40 minutes. It was so much fun. Just going back and forth. And yeah, so it wasn't like really close because I absolutely despise like really close in one-to-one tackles because that is absolutely horrendous because it's not like a game. And it's just like, it's begging for someone to get injured. But this was really nice because we had quite a wide little space and it was 1v1, but you could move around them instead of just going smack bang. So really enjoyed that. Had my 1-to-1. It was focused on my game and got some compliments on it about how it was my best one of the season so far. So yes, for Ace, I mean. So really happy with that. Then we moved, well, I have like a 2-hour break every Monday where we have absolutely nothing. Then we had a meeting which was focused on the game, attack and defense and stuff like that, basically saying pros and cons, so not too bad. And then we had actual training. Now today actually felt really short, I don't know why, but obviously that is better because we don't like them dragging on. So it was housekeeping, so tackle bags, everything like that. Then moved on to double tackles onto a mat, so it's like pull someone out and then hit onto mat, swap over, take place. And then we moved on to a lot of catching stuff today. Like we normally don't do that, and apparently we're going to do that Wednesday as well, but like high kicks of catches because apparently we'll struggle into that on Wednesday. So that's kind of what I went through, going catch. Like in the first drill where you have to call your name and then catch it, it went really well. The next one, it was like, so you catch it and then you set pods and everything like that. I missed the ball twice. Like both times were behind me, so I was turning. But still, I'm normally I quite like my catching. So, but I had a good day catching Wednesday, so I was just kind of balancing it out, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much what we did today. Conditioning wasn't too bad either. So it was 5-3-1. It was 5 meters down, up, 22, and then run back. So it really wasn't too bad. And you did it in pairs. So it's not like you did 5 and then it was one person went and then another person. So overall, really good session today. But I am knackered now. So I'm going to do a quick video for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as they're kind of my least interesting ones of the week, and then I've got like a really good one for Friday and a Kent one for Saturday, so I'm gonna get on with it. Tuesday was school, not really much interesting happened. it was coursework that needed to be done and telling us that there's going to be a presentation that we're going to need to do for next week, Tuesday. And I absolutely hate presentations, so that's going to be fun. But it's not on like a least interesting subject. It's on Pavlov's theory, so it's not too bad, but at the same time it's just kind of like, that's just going to be really long to talk about. Then we got Wednesday, which was the 1200 metre. Wednesday was weird because last year they did gym testing, 1200 metre, and then like speed testing, so it's like 10 metre runs, 20 metre, just kind of stuff like that. But this year we did the 1200 metre and we haven't done any of the speed testing and any of the gym yet. So I don't know if they're going to split all of it up or they've just split that one up. But we're just going to have to see how it goes. My 1200 actually weren't too bad. It was on the pitch I don't actually like running 1200 metres on. And it's just kind of because it always feels the longest, because normally they measure out like 100 metres and then you know exactly how much it is. But with that one, they're like, well, it's a rugby pitch, so go on that one, and it always feels like slightly longer. Anyway, my time was 6:27, and considering I'm done a 1200 metre in absolute ages, and I had my ankle injury, which meant I was off for like 5-6 weeks, I was quite happy with that. So it was only... So my best time like ever was 6:23, I think. So honestly, it wasn't too bad for me, so I was quite happy with that. Then we had like an hour break, but again, it wasn't like the longest break, but I think everyone was kind of dying afterwards. And we had to do this mind well-being thing, which took absolutely ages, and it was quite boring to just sit through. And then we had training throughout the rest of the day, which was focused on attack, feed, defence, and some new moves off of penalties and stuff like that, which I'm not going to go into because I'm not allowed to. And then Thursday I had my mock, so that was literally the only thing I did all day. Went in, did my mock, left. I think it went pretty well. I wish I had some more things prepared, like I had 4 pages of notes, but like some things I was kind of looking at again, I should have done this bit better, like gone through it a bit more. But it is only a mock, not the actual thing, so not too bad. Anyway, that was Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So a quick one for Friday. So on Friday I had a trial for Bristol, and I was at Oxford, so it was actually easier to just go straight from Oxford to Bristol instead of going home and then back, because of the distances and everything like that, and it'd take absolutely ages from my house to go Bristol. But it was so nice, like it looks so good. First we got there at around 1:20 and waited until about 1:45 to see Amber Reed. Lovely lady, absolutely love her. She looks like a really good coach as she was going through. And we did small-sided skills with about 4 other girls. They were, I think, were already in the team, so it was just kind of me was the only one who was doing like the trial for it. That was a bit of fun, just kind of doing different drills. Some things were actually harder than I thought they'd be, but which actually surprised me. There was one where it was like 2 tackle bags, not the bags, but you know, like the sausages, together, and she had like a big elastic band around the sides of them, put a ball in the middle, like pretty much closed it up, and you had to go over, like get the ball out, or start on your stomach, get up and get the ball out. And that was actually so much harder than I thought it would be, because you either grabbed it and it was absolutely fine, you got it out, or you grabbed it and suddenly your hand just kind of slipped off it. So it'd kind of just be like pulling it out, but like nearly dropping it halfway through. So that was kind of the first bit. We did some high catches as well, which I absolutely love doing, so no queries about that. It was raining a bit, but I managed to get some beautiful catches in, as a lot of them ended up me having to run backwards to try and catch them. So I was really happy with that. Then we visited the actual Bears. She called it something else, but I don't remember what the name was. And we had a look round. The gym was beautiful. There was a nice analysis room. There was a room full of protein. And no, I'm not joking about that. They had like the dispensers against the wall of just all different like flavours of protein, and you just twist it and you could get like a cup of protein. So that was really cool to look at. Their pitch management is so nice. Like, they're all taken care of so well. You can definitely still see, like, the difference in the boys and the girls. Like, the boys definitely have a lot more money put into it than the girls, but it was still good, like, both ways. Then we went back and did a gym session, which was in the small gym, so not the one at Bears. So I'm guessing this is the university one. So we did a full body gym session. I actually saw someone from Oxford, which was quite nice to see. So then I wasn't alone. And a girl from Bex Valley, so doubling it up. I got introduced to someone who did criminology, which is the course, if I went to Bristol, that I'd want to do. So I was kind of talking to her about it, and she went, it's absolutely fine. Most of it is coursework, which I absolutely love, because coursework I find so much easier. So it was kind of going through stuff like that, and I got quite a lot of information about not just the rugby, but also the educational part that I wanted to know. So I'm really happy about that. And yeah, gym wasn't too bad. I did feel like I was looking at some people going, oh my god, because some of their bench presses, they had so much weight on either side. And one girl, she wasn't like a skinny, small girl, because normally it's like, oh, if they're doing a bunch of pull-ups, that's normal. She wasn't. She was tall. She was quite, like, muscular, quite big. And she's just repping out pull-ups. And I'm like, that's mental. Like, good on you, but that is absolutely mental. So it was quite fun to just have a look at that. Then we did a concussion talk before we went to do the actual training session, which it was kind of like all the other concussion talks, like the program they put you on and everything like that. And then the actual session, which apparently on Fridays they mix all three groups. So I'm guessing there's 3 teams, like how Oxford have Dev and Ace. They have 3 teams. They've got like team 1, 2 and 3. Apparently on Fridays is where they merge everyone. So we were doing line-outs at the start, then moved to touch games, but it's supposed to be like fast pace and like the defence slowly going down. So if you touch someone in defence, you'd have to go to the halfway line and stand there. Or if there's a single mistake, you go off and the other team takes your place. And so it was kind of rotation like that. So like that was quite good. Definitely a bit confusing at first. Then we went to, I'm trying to remember what it's called. It was like different drills pretty much for tracking, that's the word. So it was different drills for tracking, making sure you stay on the outside shoulder and everything like that, and just kind of going back and forth. Then we went on to different attack and defence. So the defence had to do a certain thing, attack had to do a certain thing, and it was kind of like seeing how far we can get it and everything like that, making sure defence push up, and yeah. So I personally think it went so well. I think Amber was happy with me, which hopefully. But honestly, it was really nice to see. The pictures looked beautiful. I forgot to mention this actually, in the Bears thing, they had the massive, it was like all fake ground, and it had like a roof over it kind of thing, pitch, and it was huge. So cold in there, but it looked amazing. So that was my day on Friday, and we didn't get home till like 1 AM, so that was horrible for when I had to go Kent the next morning. And I think I'm going to just talk about that now, actually. I'll make a longer video. So, in Kent, I had to wake up the next morning. I felt so tired, but I still want to push for the captain position, so I was like, yeah, I need to go. And there's a game next week, and they normally pick on the training squad. So it was a bit different from last time. So during the game we had lost, the ball kept getting taken off us over and over again. So we were practicing hip snapping, like positional on the floor after you get tackled. And so we just kind of kept going over that for ages. We did it within small games, kept going through it, trying to make it fast ball. You had to go back to try line, do a pancake, then go back. Every time you touch someone, in defence you had to go down, wait for the person to tell you to turn, then turn and pop it up. I managed to get some good intercepts during that. I was just kind of focusing on certain people, waiting for my opportunities, and I did actually manage to get them, so I was quite happy with that. And that was kind of back and forth, so you went back to her and then back. But I don't know what happened in the first, I'm going to say, 20 minutes. It'll probably just be the warm-up I missed. But we ended up going to Dartfordians instead of Midway because we read the thing wrong. So we ended up a bit late, but not too bad. Then we had this team conditioning thing. We only did it twice, so it wasn't too bad. But we had to go up quite far, making sure we all stayed as a line, then turn, fold round a corner, go back, fold round, and then sprint our way up, making sure we all stayed in a line and everything like that. And it was timed, and my group didn't get the best time. It was about 58 seconds, and the other group got 53. But we were still like doing it as a team. I think they had like people like dropping back and stuff like that, but we stayed as a team, so I'm not too bothered by that. Then we had like games at the end, and I swear to God, it was like 30 minutes away from when we were about to finish after doing these games, and I get booted in the knee and I end up falling onto a foot. So I ended up having to like call it early pretty much and go back home because it just made my knee so sore. And it is still a bit sore now, but it's like nowhere near as bad as it felt when I first did it. So that was fun, but yeah, so that was kind of my day at Kent. Hope you enjoy.